It's a big deal to suspend service for a lot of folks. So how is that decision made?
The decision is typically made between senior management and the operations side of our organization. We do take into account the weather to the north, south, east, and west. Our territory, our service area is very broad, as you know, and throughout North Texas, as everyone knows, we have the ability, the weather can change at any moment, anytime. We do try to look at that weather in a 72-hour, 48-hour to minimum window to try to make a decision on whether we're going to run service at any given time.
So would it be unusual for, say, to wake up on Thursday morning and the bus is supposed to start running at, say, 5:30 or whatever, and how short of a lead would you make that decision? Because clearly you could have ice in the morning and not have ice at night.
Absolutely. We want to, number one, our goal is to try to ensure the safety of not only our ridership, the folks on our buses, but our employees as well, trying to get to work. And so we look at that as many days as we can out. And again, those things can change by the minute. Many times we've had to move those decisions up and terminate service before it would typically end on any given day. And it is possible to wake up the next morning and the service not be running because the weather has changed or moved into a position where we can't safely run.
We have this severe weather that's being forecast for this weekend. How does TAPS make the decision to suspend service?
Well, first and foremost, our main priority is our passengers and our drivers. Any decision that is made is based solely on that.
All right, so I wake up in the morning and I want to know if I'm going to be able to get my trip. How am I going to find out if TAPS is operating?
That's a great question. We'll actually do a couple of things. One, we will have a message on the 1-800-256-0911 number that will notify all passengers whether or not service has been suspended. And we'll also put a message up on our website that will notify our passengers as well. And then for those customers that have given us permission to make an outbound call, we will call them to let them know.
So if I can't get my trip on Thursday and Friday, what do I do? Do I just call back or do I reschedule?
Whenever you know when you need another trip scheduled, call back in. We'll be glad to schedule it for you.
So when we talked to Matt Hunt, who's the call center manager, he told us that there were sort of three ways that people can find out if TAPS is running, and one would be the website. Two would be calling the 800 number, 256-0911, and hearing a message there. And the third would be outbound calls to those passengers who had scheduled rides from whom we had gotten permission to make those calls. So don't you always also put that on the media?
Yes, we work with the local media to try to broadcast that public service announcement out to the public and to allow them to have as much notice as they can before riding.